Hey guys, welcome to episode 5. So from where we last left off with the engine install from episode 3, we kind of left off on a bad note. So today we're going to build a transmission mounting bracket. I have a second pair of eyes coming to help me out today. 2 sets of eyes are always better than 1. So today we're going to figure out if we can get a transmission mount made so that the engine will be in its home for the last time. It's going to be a super smooth install. Nothing's going to touch, nothing's going to rub, and it's all going to go blissfully. Oh, it looks like my help has arrived. All right, come on in. Hey, helper. You gonna install an engine today? Yeah. All right, let's do that.
I need the engine.
So me and my little buddy managed to get the engine where we want it. It's bolted up and nothing's touching, so it's clearing.
Action, Daddy.
All right. So we dropped down the front of the engine, moved it backwards and lifted up the transmission, and now the center link for the steering arm actually clears. So we got the spacers out from over top of the skateboard wheels. That gave it enough clearance, so now the center link with the steering doesn't hit. So we are in the clear. Hey Elsie, could you make me a mounting bracket for this transmission?
Which one?
This one here, could you make a mounting bracket for it?
I don't know. I don't know how to make it.
Do you want me to show you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now the transmission is where we want it. So I'm gonna take the factory tranny mount that came on the car, beef it up a little bit and make it work for this setup. All right, so here we have the old transmission mounting bracket, and as you can see, it is pretty disgusting. So I've got the transmission mount that came with the car all nice and cleaned up. I've already gone ahead and cut out this section here, which didn't really help. The Turbo 350 that's in it, the transpan needs a lot more room than the transmission that was in the car. I'm just gonna keep cutting until it fits, and then once it fits, we'll reinforce it. Okay, so the factory transmission mount is not gonna work. I could cut that thing up all day and try to figure out a way of reinforcing it, but it's just not gonna work. So I've cut the 2 ends off of it, and the ends are installed in the car right now. So now I'm getting some hardware together for this little dude, and once this is installed onto the transmission, I'll build my own tranny mount. Okay, so as you can see, I have some extremely accurate and dead straight pie cuts taken out of there. So I'm just gonna bang these 2 corners up, slip it on one side, slip it in the other side, find its home, then figure out where the 2 bolts are gonna go. That'll be it. All right. right, just gonna take a little break from working on the Astra. We got a little Chevette to strip apart. We got 1 day to do this, so we have to try and get as many parts, as much ripped off of that car in 1 day as possible. So we'll see how that goes. All right, here we are. I think the problem is your quarter panel gasket's shot. Wow, quarter panel's leaking, Andy. All right, so this car is all sufficiently destroyed. Rear end's gone, glass, seats, dash, whole front end is gonna be used in another project that you'll just have to stay tuned for. All right, guys, back in the shop again. So I've managed to true up my little slots a little bit so they're nice and straight. Just got to bend these up and then weld them to the mounts that are in the car. That's weird, eh? Alright, so I just had to trim the fat off the ends of this, so now it should slip into the mount ends that are already in the car. So once it's in place, I should be able to just tack weld it, pull the whole thing out of the car, and then finish welding it up. Well, I finally caught something on fire, and unfortunately, it was my Mighty Car Mods lanyard. So Moog and Marty, if you guys are watching, can you send me another one of these, please? So when I first cut the ends off the tranny mount, we lost a lot of the work hardening right in here. So I've got these fish plates cut out, and that should give it a little bit extra Alberta beef. Chemtrails, man. It's the government trying to poison us, man. Or maybe it's just vapor trails caused by the jet engines. Pressure difference, splitting the water from the air. Maybe. Maybe. All right, so the transmission mount is finished. I had to make these little spacers because that's the exact amount of squish that the rubber has in the bushing there. But yeah, it's rock solid, it's installed. Turn the front tires back and forth and the center link doesn't hit, so we're all good. Cam I couldn't help it. I had to pull the car outside just to see how it looked. Well, I'm glad it feels like summer outside. I was getting tired of the never-ending spring. Got tons of that's it for episode 5. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell thing. That does something. It's Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I am going to be spending my Father's Day doing some automotive wiring. Yay! Thanks for all your support, guys. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. It's awesome. And to everybody who's been negative or said mean things to me, well, your feedback is appreciated too. Shout out to Scott Rod's YouTube channel. He's in Ontario. He's building a 36 Chevy Coupe right now, and he's filming it every step of the way. He dropped a shout out for me in one of his videos. And last time I checked, he's at 946 subscribers, so he's just a carb adjustment away from monetization. So go over there and hit that subscribe button now. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for episode 6. See this, but I think the community here in Glen Valley is a little bit upset about all the potholes, and their way of trying to get the township to pay for getting them fixed is well, they've added a little bit of artwork to the street. As you can see, every single pothole this is too good.